Another week, another band losing a founding member after decades. We recently spent a lot of time talking about Mastodon parting ways with Brent Hinds after 25 years, and then YouTuber Ben Ellers subsequently filled in for one show that they had just days after the split with Brent Hinds was announced. It was at the Tool Live in the Sand event, although things, it kind of sounds like Ben may not be a permanent replacement. As Bill Kelleher recently said in an interview that they are actively on the hunt for a full-time replacement. But anyways, the reason that we are here today, Katatonia announced yesterday that they were parting ways with founding member Anders Nyström after more than 30 years. And then today, Tuesday, Anders actually released a statement on the split. But if you missed the announcement yesterday, the only other original member of Katatonia, now the only remaining original member of the band, Jonas Renkse, I believe is how you say his name. I've heard him say it, Jonas and Jonas, both ways in multiple interviews. So hopefully Jonas Renkse is the correct way. But anyways, he put out a statement yesterday on Katatonia's socials announcing the split. Here's what he said. Anders Nyström and I are going our separate ways. A decision not taken lightly, but for everyone to thrive and move forward with their own creative preferences as well as personal schedules. This has become the realistic option. Anders and I started the band in 1991, and his impact on the band's trademark sound is undeniable. As bleak as this sounds and is, it's further evidence of life getting in the way of our preferred plans. I wish Anders all the best for the future. Admittedly, I do like Katatonia, although I am by no means a Katatonia expert, really only a casual fan. But I did see some diehard fans online, and quite a few of them, expressing that really this split was a long time coming. Anders, I guess, hasn't really written for the band in quite some time, so probably not the most surprising thing ever. But then this morning, Tuesday, Anders put out a bit more of an in-depth statement, also on Katatonia's socials, where he went into some greater details as to his headspace, part of what led to the split, and so on. Here's what he said. Sad but true. The time has come for me to confirm that the roads ahead Jonas and I have chosen for both Katatonia and ourselves have grown too wide and far apart, and as a result, our long-term collaboration has drawn to a close. With him and I being the duo that founded Katatonia almost 35 years ago, and owing to the fact that we managed to take our mission this far, it's inevitable that our band's legacy will continue to play a huge role for both of us and always live on, albeit in a different light, either captured by our past, future, or the many chapters in between. To each our own, we may all have our own preferences and different levels of appreciation for either the early, mid, or later Katatonia eras, but it seems like any willingness to embrace them all in order to honor our history through live activities has unfortunately failed to sustain. Needless to say, I still love all our albums, but with the early stuff being neglected for so many years, a feeling of having quote-unquote unfinished business with a style that goes far back to our roots has just grown stronger and stronger. I can't help feeling adamant that songs from our early to mid discography deserve to be equally acknowledged and likewise targeted for our live show repertoire, the essential medium where the past should always be alive. Unfortunately, that door has been kept shut and left everything we did pre-millennium in a void. Avowed, with one of us gone, Katatonia could and should have been mutually laid to rest while exploiting the freedom to continue in any desirable direction under a new name. But with Jonas now regrouping with new members and navigating further in his own direction, I no longer need to wait and see which way the wind is blowing to enter that void and grab hold of what's been abandoned. After all, Katatonia's legacy is resting on both ends of the timeline. Come what may, I'd like to thank Jonas and the rest of my ex-colleagues for the incredible ride we shared through 4 compelling decades. Blessed be. It's also worth pointing out that both Anders and Jonas are in the band Bloodbath together as well, so very curious to see what happens there. I have seen a number of people online say that while Jonas is still in the band, in Bloodbath, the band has actually had someone else playing bass live, so maybe if Jonas exits Bloodbath, that's who will replace him, if that's what happens there. And then just last week, Katatonia announced a UK and Europe tour for November and December of this year, and prior to that, they have a number of festivals that they are doing around Europe, beginning in May, I believe, so one would think that the band will have a replacement for Anders set to go by then. It will be interesting to see what happens with both Katatonia and Bloodbath and Anders moving forward. A lot of people hoping Anders starts something new, but it goes without saying, it's always a bummer when there's a split, especially a situation like this where Anders has been around since the very beginning over 30 plus years ago. I mean, just Never good news to hear. But anyways, that's all that I got for you for right now. Thanks so much for hanging out. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe below if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time.